friends, how are you? I hope your day goes nothing short of amazing as it should go. Today we discuss none other than Liv's life versus Mr. Webb himself. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so Liv went live and she is basically having a breakdown. She was manic, she seemed depressed, she just seemed like she's at her wits' end. And I think there needs to be some sort of intervention. And I think the person who needs to intervene is Stella or Raquel. Somebody needs to help because she is literally losing it. She was expressing her feelings about Gerard, but she was all over the place. She almost seems like she wasn't herself. It kind of reminded me of like Split. If you ever seen the movie Split, it was like a lot of personalities going on. Like she would start ranting and then she's crying and then she's asking random questions and just like, I don't know. She was just in a really weird state. I think everything she's been going through, like marital issues to becoming a single mom and not really having that village, that support system that she needs, I think that is what triggered her already existent mental illness, honestly. And I'm not trying to defame her or put any accusations out there. I am just going by my observation and giving my opinion, which I have the right to. I mean, we've all spoken on something being a little off with Liv. Like, some people speculated multiple personality disorders, some people speculated bipolar disorder, a lot of things, because it is clear as day that there is some sort of mental illness going on. And I think it's really shining through now because she's having a breakdown. And mental illness is no joke. I don't find it funny. I don't take it lightly. I think someone needs to intervene right now and help this girl because it's really sad the way she's breaking down. It's really sad. I know she cries one minute and then the next minute she's calling you a bee and saying she's a big boss and calling us bees in the back. But I think all of this is due to her being mentally ill. I'm not saying, oh, she can't function or she's just, completely manic. But there is clearly something going on with her. And I think the only thing at this point that is going to help is therapy. So let you guys hear a little bit of the audio of what is going on, like the root to the issue, and I'll come back with my commentary.
I didn't lay down and have my kids with anybody but that person, unfortunately. I'm so fucking stupid, bro. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I want him to give a damn. I just want him to share the burden. Like, it's half of his fucking burden, too. I don't care. I don't care where you are. You can be in fucking Alaska. You should still, be concerned. So, it just all falls on me. And it's fucking hard. It's hard and it's stressful. And then the fact that I don't have anybody to bounce my thoughts off of or, anybody to, give a fuck like I do. It's fucking hard. And I feel so bad for my kids. Like, my kids deserve better. And I just failed them. Fucking failed them, bro.
So all of this stems from her contacting Gerard and informing him that Ryan is sick. And I'm guessing he didn't respond the way she expected him to. And this is why she is losing it. Narcissistic trait? Yes, we'll get into that later. I'm going to play devil's advocate here for 1 second because I really don't understand what she expected from him. He's in Texas. You're in Florida by choice. Do you want him to move water? What is he supposed to do? He can't accompany you to the ER if that's where you're going. He can't accompany you to a doctor's appointment because you guys are states away. So what is it that you want from this man? I'm trying to understand. And not to mention the fact that he's in a whole another relationship. Don't get me wrong, people. I am not saying that he shouldn't care for his kids because he has a new girlfriend, but I'm just saying the form of communication between him and his wife is now different because he has a girlfriend. So of course he's not going to be talking to her the way she wants him to talk to her. And I think this is what is making her act out. Let's move on.
My kids don't ask about him. My kids don't even want to fuck with him because my kids have witnessed so much. And you're going to be like, oh, Olivia, it's because you put that in their head. No, I don't. I know I used to say bad things about him, but I don't do that anymore. Even in a time like this. Like, I'm not going to sit there and talk bad about him because I don't care to. I don't care to. He's so far off the fucking radar when it comes to us, when it comes to his kids. Like, I don't even care to talk about him. Except for in moments like this when it's like, I have nobody else to talk to about my daughter. There's nobody else. Anyway, I'm fine. I'm fine. I have a damn headache. Oh. And I'm just tired. I'm tired and I'm stressed out.
As far as the children not caring to speak to their dad anymore or not asking about him, I think that is due to Liv's irresponsibility. I think she's very irresponsible when it comes to speaking about him in front of the children. Every time you speak ill of this man, the children are in the background, especially Robin, who is the oldest and who clearly absorbs everything and repeats it. You might want to be careful with that. I'm sure he's also watching that. I feel like Gerard has built up some sort of resentment for her because it's been so much with her. And I'm not trying to blame her, but I am just going off of observation. I feel like he is just completely done and she no longer has control and can't take it. How do you expect someone, especially a man who you have dragged all through the muddy streets of YouTube, you've put his business out there, you've spoken very poorly of him continuously, how do you expect him to have a normal relationship with you? It doesn't work that way. I think you guys need therapy in order to get to that space where you both are healed and can have a healthy co-parent relationship. That is the only thing that is going to help. The damage is done. There has been too much that transpired between you two, so it's not going to be all dandy just because you call him and say, oh, Ryan has a cold. And while I am on the topic of Ryan having a cold, I am not trying to take anything away from you. I understand. I hate it when my children are sick as well. But if this man is a deadbeat according to you and he does nothing for the children, what makes you think that calling him about a common cold is going to change anything? He is in Texas, girl. Like, I honestly feel like you dragged it. I'm going to be honest. I seen the baby. She looks, a little under the weather, but that is it. She's putting nails. You put nails on her. She's playing. She seems like a normal child who has a common cold. So what is really going on here? Are you really concerned that much to the point where you had to contact her father, who you want nothing to do with, who does nothing for the children? Why call the man about a cold? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm trying to understand. I feel like you just needed someone to talk to, and you're still looking for that someone in Gerard. And honestly, you should stop at this point. He has a whole another girlfriend. He's not just going to be on the phone chatting it up with you, whether it be about the kids or not. I'm sure she has laid the rules down and he is abiding by them. This situation kind of reminds me of like the woman or the girl who just can't let the guy go, and she calls with these stupid excuses like, oh, I'm about to come pick up my earring. I left my earring on your counter. Oh, I left my pen in your bedroom. I'm going to come get it. That's the vibes you are giving. And I mean, if you still love him or you just want to speak to him, just keep it a stack, you know? Call him and express your feelings. Well, actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. I'm sorry I even said that. It makes no sense. Friends, I don't understand. I feel like she doesn't realize that she got up and moved to Florida. She moved back to Florida. So you're complaining about not having the support when it comes to the children, but how much support do you expect to get from him when he lives miles and miles away due to your decision? It makes absolutely no sense at all. So she goes on to say how it isn't fair, that they're just her responsibility and he isn't responsible for them. He should at least be financially responsible for them. Did this man not try to offer you $700 a month and you declined? Yes or no? I'm pretty sure she declined, right, friends? So why are you complaining about financial support when you didn't want to take it when it was being offered? This is the problem. You want to be in control, and you have to wake up, face the music, and realize you are no longer in control of this man's life. He is off of the leash and he is done being controlled. I think the sooner that she realizes that she can no longer control the situation, the better it would be for her. Just move on, heal, and keep it pushing. It is that, well, it's not simple, but at this point, it's what needs to be done. Like sometimes you just got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and roll with the punches and, deal with the things that are being presented. So anyway, he has taken her to court for full custody of his children. And he has a lawyer and she refuses to get one, like the narcissist that she is, because she feels like she is above all and she is above the law. So she thinks that representing herself is a smart thing to do. And another thing I want to mention, if someone is a deadbeat and doesn't care to take care of their children, why would they be spending money on a lawyer to take the mother of their children for full custody? It makes no sense. You have to make it make sense. Clearly, this man is cold and distant with you because he wants absolutely nothing to do with you, hence him taking you to court for full custody. But according to her, she has God on her side, which I am totally here for. I understand where she is coming from. But you might want to take some advice from Strong Mommy Chrissy. You see what she went through. She decided to go in and represent herself and ended up losing custody of her son. I'm sure that is not what you want. By the way, friends, she went on to say that is what she is going to do. And if she loses custody of the kids, then she just loses custody of the kids. That's how it's supposed to be. I totally disagree. And I don't think that aligns with the kind of mother that you claim to be. If you would go above and beyond for your children, then a lawyer is nothing. And friends, this is where I become very confused because I could never be plumping my lips up, getting tattoos, doing all types of things, just blowing money, buying dogs. And when it comes to getting a lawyer, when it's time to fight for my kids, I'm going to say I'm not coming out of pocket for a lawyer, because why should I have to fight for my kids? You have to fight for your kids because they have a father and he wants full custody. That is why. I don't care how much of a great mother that you claim to be. You are not above the law. So at the end of the day, you might want to get with the program, get yourself a lawyer, and fight for your children. Friends, please excuse the sound in the background. It is running water. My apologies. But that brought me to say, did she not mention, correct me if I'm wrong, did she not mention something about a lawyer when it comes to YouTube? So you're telling me that you're willing to hire a lawyer if you feel like someone is defaming you, but you aren't willing to hire a lawyer to fight for your children. Wow. That speaks volumes. And speaking of splurging money on tattoos and lips, she claims that Gerard said, "Why should I have to give you money when you're out here getting tattoos and doing all of this stuff?" Okay, so I kind of agree, but I also disagree, because I don't think that he shouldn't have to be financially responsible for his children because she's doing whatever she is doing with her money. As long as it's her money and not his, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. But I do understand where he's coming from, because it's like, what do you want, sis? Like, you're out here declining child support. You say you're this boss and you can do it on your own 1 minute, then the next minute you're crying because he isn't helping financially. What is it that you want? So I say all of that to say, I don't think that Gerard just doesn't want to take care of his responsibilities. I think that he just wants custody so he doesn't have to deal with her anymore. That is just my opinion. That is what I am getting from this whole situation, honestly. So she continued to speak in front of Ryan about all of the things that Gerard has done to her, physically and whatever else it may be, and goes on to say that Robin has seen everything. So she's basically making excuses for speaking ill of their father in front of them. Check out this clip and I'll be back with my commentary.
He's done everything in front. Robin has seen everything. So when I do go for full custody, I'm gonna have to have Robin right there with me. She's gonna have to testify, because nah. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna lie on me, but I can't tell the truth? Oh, I'm gonna tell the truth.
So as you see, friends, given the fact that she has lost all control over the situation, she is willing to go to a new low. I don't think that she should have Robin involved at all. That poor baby is going to be so confused and so traumatized by the whole situation. I do not think it's a good idea. And what is the truth? Just because Robin testifies doesn't mean it's the truth. Let's remember how you speak in front of the children about their father. At this point, friends, I am completely done with the video. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you've watched the live. I didn't really touch on too much of it, but I did want to touch on, like, you know, the key points, the things that I felt like stuck out the most. Anyway, friends, you already know the vibes. Like what you like, comment and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will talk to you down below and in the next video.